Anglicized Names, episode 4. All the members from Soda Stereo. First, we're going to be starting off with Gustavo Cerati. Now, Gustavo translates into English as Gustav, so we're gonna go with Gustav. Adrian translates into English as Hadrian with H at the beginning. I mean, we could also use Adrian without the H, but we're gonna go with Hadrian, like to get the full pack in here, the full English T pack. Now, Cerati is an Italian surname. It comes from the north of Italy, from the region of Lombardy. Now, there is no solid consensus on the meaning of Cerati, so we're going to go with a possible one, which is that it comes from ceratum or ceratum, which is a Latin word that means wax, which is an object, or maybe a person too, that is covered in wax. There's an English surname, which is very close to wax, and I think it fits perfectly Cerati, which is waxman. Now, there's something funny that you should know about the Argentinian naming system. And it is that it is very close to the English one in the sense that they only use one surname, and it is the father's surname or last name. They usually do not use the mother's last name. But guess what? Gustavo Cerati's mother's last name comes from Ireland, and it is Clark. And just as a side note, we're also going to be using Celtic surnames from now on, because we're British and we like to appropriate other cultures, So Gustavo Cerati's full English name, or full British name rather, is going to be Gustav Hadrian Waxman Clark. Now let's get on to Zita Bosio. Hector Pedro Juan. They translate into English as Hector Peter John. Now, Bosio is a surname of Italian origin, and I've been tracking down the origin of this last name into Forbes, and it shows me that the region in Italy that has the most presence of this last name is Piedmont, so we're going to use Piedmont as a possible region of origin. But guess what? The meaning of Bosio is unknown. I mean, I've been seeing some possible origins, but they are not well documented, so I'm not going to bring you very loosely translated names in here. So in this case, we're going to be using something that sounds similar to Bosio, and we're going to be using the surname Bosley. Therefore, his full English name or British name is going to be Hector Peter John Bosley. And finally, let's get on to Charlie Alberti. Now, Carlos Alberto translates into English as Charles Albert, so we're going to be using Charles Albert as his first two names. Now, his actual last name is not Alberti. That is just a nickname that he picked up from his father, and his father's last name is also not Alberti. He just picked up that nickname. So, both the actual last name of both is Ficicchia, which is of Italian origin, most probably from Calabria and Sicily in the south of Italy. There's again no actual consensus on the meaning of Ficicchia. Some link it to the word fig, but it is not well documented, so we're going to be using an English last name, a British last name that sounds similar to Ficicchia, and in this case it's going to be an Irish one, which is Fitzgerald, which basically translates into son of Gerald. Therefore, his full English name is going to be Charles Albert Fitzgerald. And the three are the members of the Australian rock band Fizzy Stereo, known for some of their greatest hits such as American Shutters, Till the Earthquake is Over, Of Light Music, In the City of Fury, Treat Me Softly, and Runaways. Which other celebrity names do you want me to anglicize? Put it down below in the comments, and follow me for more interesting facts.